Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to turn your ideas into a successful product, because it's easy to have ideas. It could actually be quite hard to turn ideas into a successful product or a successful business. I think you need a combination of relentlessness and flexibility. So Jeff Bezos' words, not mine. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, be sure to stick around till the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So we're gonna move over into my computer here, and I wanted to give you the strategies to follow the previous quote we just mentioned. So we want to come up with a method and a strategic practice that you can follow to create a list of ideas, because you need ideas to create the successful product. And then I want to actually give you my exact blueprint for finding the ideas and turning them into a product instead of just letting them die at the idea stage. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to bring up is you're probably doing product research wrong. Not in the way that you're actually conducting it, but in the way that you're performing the actions required post product research. So what I mean by that is you're doing product research, product analysis, checking trends, checking patents, and doing all that stuff every single time you find an idea. And that's just not efficient, okay? That's how I used to do it. Make a list of ideas when you're doing product research. So trust me, try this if you haven't already. Make Monday or Tuesday, or whatever day you have, whatever couple of hours you have to work on this business model, make that just product research time. Okay, we live in this world where everyone is constantly trying to look at their email, look at this, look at that, look at social media, look at this, and you think you're working, but you're not. Okay, put the phone down, grab a bottle of water, and just do product research for 2 hours. You'll be amazed what happens. You could easily come up with 10 to 20 ideas, easily, and that's probably being conservative. You could probably hit 50. Because what you're gonna do is you're just gonna create a list of ideas. We're not gonna analyze them. We're not gonna try and figure out if that works. Because what happens is you're not operating on just one level of thinking. You're trying to find idea mode and do research mode, but then you're also trying to be analytical and logical. So let's just stick to one of those, and then the next 2 hours you wanna work on the business model. Then we'll go through this list and analyze all of those ideas. So maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. So let's go in here. We're just right in Black Box by Helium 10. Now, whatever software you guys have, right? It really, really doesn't matter. Use what you're comfortable using. I tend to like using some kind of product research tool because it's going to be the most refined way of looking. I'm not just endlessly bouncing around Amazon. I know what I'm looking at meets what I want to see in a product. So that's why I tend to start with a tool. And then if we dig in a little further through related products, and that just happens the way that it happens, then that's fine. But I usually start somewhere like this. So we'll go ahead and we'll do price. Maybe we'll do about a $17 product. And this is totally dependent on your budget. So I tend to like to sell actually higher price items. So just follow this if that's what you like to do. So I actually go above 17. Usually I do that because most people like that kind of price range, but really I like things that are more like probably like minimum of like $24 and maybe a max of like 64. And then we'll go review count. Why don't we do, I'm just gonna change this. I'm gonna go 20.01. And then review count, we'll do a maximum of maybe like 190 or something. Because you can compete with sellers that have a lot of reviews. I've even competed in markets with sellers that have as high as 500 reviews. And I'm sure I could go even higher than that. It really doesn't matter so much when you have something that's significantly better than them. If you're focusing on the customer and not on your competitor, and you're looking for a new way to please this customer, customers are always hungry, they're always complaining, they're always doing something. So you figure out a way to please them in a new way that hasn't been done yet, you'll be rewarded. So I wouldn't focus too much on reviews. The classic product research criteria is kind of going out of the window. This under 75 reviews, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, and then we'll come down here. And now shipping size tier is probably a good one to do. I like to max out at small oversize. A lot of the times, medium, large, you start cutting down your margins, especially in this price range. Those fees are going to be making up far more than 20% of what you're selling in total with that 15%. So probably even more than that. About a quarter of your sales are going to go to fees once you get into those categories. So there's a couple things I want to set up in the advanced filters. I want to set, you notice we didn't set the monthly revenue. I do want to set the monthly units to maybe a minimum of like, let's see, maybe 150. Because at this price range, be realistic with your budget and figure out what you can actually afford to sell, right? Like don't try and sell something that sells 1,500 units per month if you can only afford an order of 300. Because even if it goes well, you're not in a good position. Just sell something that you can keep in stock, something that's within your budget to launch. It is a cash flow business, so make sure that you can keep things in stock, you can keep them active, and you can keep placing orders on time. Because you usually need to place, here's what a lot of people don't tell you. You usually need to place about 2 to 3 orders with your own money. It's not just like, can I cover this first order? It's more like, can I cover this first order and then another order in a week and a half if I see that it's going well so I don't go out of stock. So maybe we'll go like 150 to 500 units a month. And we don't need to set the revenue because if the price is a minimum of 20 and the minimum of 150 sales at that price, the revenue will be just fine. And also sales to reviews. So maybe I want every 25 sales for the competitors to be getting a review max, because I could keep up with that. That means every 100 sales, they're getting about 4 reviews. So that means maybe they're getting about 4 to, I don't know, 20 reviews per month. I think we can keep up with that. We could catch up with that. If they're getting, 5 reviews a day, we're probably not going to be able to keep up with that velocity and they'll probably dominate. So that's about all I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and hit search. And we're just going to look through here. This is one strategy that I've kind of gotten back into lately. I used to use the keyword section a lot and still do, but I just came in here the other day and thought this was kind of fun. So again, what we want to do once we come in here, notice when you click on this, you could go to add to my list, right? So, all right, plastic storage bins and tools and home improvement, this specific dimension, 6-pack, doing 233 sales per month with 77 reviews, small oversize. Okay, that looks pretty good. So again, right now, that's all I have to think. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna think that, great. Now, there's nothing else that really caught my eye. Album cover set. Okay, maybe an album cover set. 250 sales per month, 171 reviews. That's okay. Again, like I said, if the reviews are higher, that's quite all right by me, because there might be something that they're overlooking that we can clearly improve upon. One thing I sometimes will like to do is we'll just come in here and sort by reviews, low to high. And then one thing you might want to do is for the review minimum, go ahead and just put like 20 in there, so that, or we could even do like 14, so that you don't get all these no review listings. Generally, I like to see listings have some reviews because that means they're probably out of their launch phase and they're into normalized sales. So we could look through here at all the low reviewed things that are just kind of new, coming to market, doing well now, meeting this criteria, but still have only this number of reviews. If you start to notice that you don't like what you're seeing, you could always just flip it back and sort it the normal way. There was one thing that just caught my eye. So I know the weighted blanket thing is huge, but this is specifically a weighted lap pad, weighted lap blanket. So that's a little bit different. They're doing quite well with that. It's a little bit more expensive, about 40 bucks. Oh, we could go ahead and try that. And again, guys, what I want you to do is just make a list of product ideas. Like, see how I'm not analyzing things right now? Now, when you don't have this add to list feature, what I used to do is I'd come up into a document and I'd just go product ideas and write them out. So if you don't have this software specifically, I know a couple other softwares will do that. You can just create a list manually, notepad, whatever you got. So this is gonna be the first section of today's video. I'm actually just gonna keep going through here, looking for ideas. And tomorrow, in tomorrow's video, we're gonna go through that list and we're actually going to analyze those ideas and try and turn some of those ideas into actual successful products, or at least get you thinking about how to do so. So homework assignment for you, if you want to follow along in this little 2-day video series, tonight make your list of ideas, and then on tomorrow's video, what you can do is just follow along, right? Pull up your tab with your ideas. I'll pull up mine. and we could get going. So I'll see you here on the channel tomorrow. I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna add a couple more ideas to this list. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you here on the channel tomorrow for another video. Thanks much. Later.